Hi, my name's Ruairi Spillane. I'm the founder of Outpost Recruitment, and today I'm going to share how to create a results-focused resume that'll transform your career in Canada. Since 2012, we've been recruiting candidates for some of Canada's largest construction companies. We source both local and international candidates for our clients. Be sure to create an Outpost profile and we can get in touch to discuss your career plans. Your Outpost profile will also give you access to the resume template that we're demonstrating today. Your resume is the first impression that you make on a prospective employer. Maybe you haven't heard back from a recent application on your dream job, or maybe you're being offered roles that are far below your potential. A strong, results-focused resume is the key to unlocking your career growth. It communicates your skills, your experience, and your potential to the outside world. It's a document that can demonstrate your professional capability or simply a means to win an interview. If you're keen to advance your career, then your resume is a worthwhile starting point. A strong resume will also help increase your salary. Every time a candidate tells me they feel they're worth above average market salary, I ask them to demonstrate on their resume why they feel they are worth the extra money. Candidates who can quantify their performance will always attract higher salaries. Whether you're a recent graduate or senior executive, understanding your strengths is critical to helping you guide your career and helping others see your value. In Canada, we call it a resume. Many countries refer to it as a CV or curriculum vitae. It's a simple document that communicates your strengths, your work experience, your personality, and your potential. Essentially, what you can offer a future employer. Make this document great, and great things will happen in your career. Don't limit yourself by creating a short resume. 2 to 4 pages is completely fine depending on your experience level. Take the space you need to communicate your value. The key is to move beyond listing generic duties and focus on specific results that you have achieved in each role. Managers speak in results. Their performance is always measured by metrics. If you can speak in the same quantifiable results, you're speaking the language of business leaders. Creating a results-focused resume will help differentiate you and help you punch above your weight. It's time to drop the mundane generic content and focus on highlights that can differentiate you. Give examples of both team and individual achievements, times you're commended for your work, creative solutions to problems, and project milestones. Ask yourself, does this content differentiate me from others? If not, eliminate it. It's critical that you can confidently communicate how you've added value in previous roles. This is how a hiring manager can assess your capability to perform in a new role. Many job applicants feel awkward taking credit in their resume. Some candidates feel more comfortable communicating results in the interview room, but it's critical to communicate these results on paper first, or else you may never get that interview opportunity. That being said, never lie or bend the truth on your resume. Employers will always validate the information provided via your references. Before you spend time on your resume, ask yourself what the objective is. You don't necessarily have to be seeking a new role. Updating your resume can help internal candidates achieve a promotion or achieve an increase in salary. Ask yourself, are you happy with your current career trajectory? Or are you seeking to make a change into a new industry or role? Once you understand the objective, you can assess what skills and experience you need to highlight in your resume. With a little planning, you can reverse engineer your resume to meet this overall objective. Let's get into the details of creating a results-focused resume. Your resume is going to include 6 different sections. We recommend it flows in this order: personal information, professional summary, work experience, education and professional development, software, hobbies and interests. I'm going to go through each section with you. To demonstrate, I'll be using the Outpost resume template as an example. Remember that you can access this template by completing a profile with Outpost. It's not essential to use this exact template, but we highly recommend it on the basis that it lays out all the key components in an easy-to-follow format for hiring managers. Section 1, Personal Information. We're going to start with the Personal Information section. Keep it simple. Canadian employers don't need to see your picture, your full postal address, your date of birth, citizenship, marital status, LinkedIn profile, or any other superfluous information. 2 simple lines will do as part of the header. Provide your name on line 1 and your current location, email address, and a contact telephone number on line 2. Section 2. Professional summary. Never expect a HR or hiring manager to read beyond this opening paragraph. This is a communication exercise. You have one shot to engage with your future employer in 20 seconds. The professional summary is a brief paragraph that provides an overview of your personality, roles held, career and project experience, education, strengths, and of course your career objectives. We suggest that you complete this section last, as it's easier to write your summary after reflecting on the other sections. Section 3. Work experience. We recommend a simple one-line format for listing your employment periods. List the job title, company and location, and time period, all on the same line with time periods aligned to the far right. We also recommend providing a one-line description of your employer underneath. Summarize an employer in terms of the services they offer and give a brief outline of the company in terms of projects and scale. For detailing your projects, we recommend the following format: project name, location, the type of project, the construction value of the project, and the timeline that you worked on this project. Don't expect the reader to be familiar with your previous employers or projects. Describe your previous employers and projects like you're explaining them to a stranger in the industry. If your work is project-focused, it's critical you summarize each project before discussing the quantifiable outcomes. In the template, you'll see a format for listing projects. If you've completed a high volume of projects in your career, it's going to be very hard to detail them all in 2 to 4 pages. Select the key projects depending on size, complexity, or your target role, and then relegate less important projects to a separate project list document which will follow the same format. Focus on what makes you different. You don't need to bore an employer with the basic duties of your role. Remember to focus on what makes you unique. Focus on the positive results you achieved in this role by referring to quantifiable results. The key here is to focus on highlights. Give the reader just enough information to make them curious enough to invite you for an interview. Let's go through an example. A project manager might say, reduce project costs and improve profit margins. But this is vague. Instead, consider a statement with quantifiable results like the following. Fast-track the project schedule by 3 weeks, achieving a $200,000 saving on the formwork package and a 2% increase on target profit margins. See how specific numbers and percentages help communicate your results. Numbers speak a lot louder than words. Remember, if you're energized writing your resume, a hiring manager will feel that energy when reviewing it. You are demonstrating your value up front, which will allow the interview to focus on your personality, technical strengths, and whether you are fit for the company culture. Section 4. Education and professional development. Here's where you get to share your education and details on any professional development you've completed, such as training courses and professional designations. Section 5. Software. Given the industry is always innovating, it can be useful to list software applications that you're familiar with, such as design, scheduling, and estimating programs that you have used in previous roles. Section 6. Hobbies and interests. The last section is for your hobbies and interests. It's always good to give your future employer a glimpse of how you spend your time outside of work. Your interviewer could have similar hobbies, so you may find common ground. You can also add any volunteering activity if applicable. Follow the suggestions from this video along with the Outpost resume template and you'll be on track for success. And remember, we're here to help. We can provide you with working examples of construction and engineering resumes for specific roles. We'll also be happy to review your resume at any point. If you prefer to read more detailed resume tips, you can access a 4-blog series on resume writing on the Outpost website. Thanks so much for your time. Now let's get started on building a results-focused resume.